What's up, everybody? My name is PS3 Rage Gamer, and welcome to a Five Nights at Freddy's 2 theory video. Now, a lot of people are saying that the second game is a prequel to the first one, and a lot of people have very interesting points. But there's a few things that don't really line up at all with what the game says and what they're saying. A few of the things that I'm going to cover may or may not make sense to you, but I'm going to try to explain it as clearly as possible. Now, apologies if sometimes I stammer or have some type of problem with my speech. Right now, I just got over being sick, and I haven't recorded anything for about a week now, so apologies for that. Anyway, first things first, a lot of people are saying that the bite of 87 occurred on night 6. Now, there's a few things where it's a little bit of a gray area. First thing is, the person on the phone, Scott Cawthon, the game developer, is saying to you, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. We're already closed.
Hello. What on earth are you doing there? Didn't you get the memo? The place is closed down, at least for a while. Someone used one of the suits. We had a spare in the back, a yellow one. Someone used it. Now none of them are acting right. Listen, just finish your shift. It's safer than trying to leave in the middle of the night.
If somebody actually got in the Golden Freddy suit, how would their jaw muscles have enough power to bite through somebody's skull and into the frontal lobe of somebody? That's not something that somebody could do with their physical power. It would have had to have been an animatronic that had caused the bite of 87. Now, I don't believe that the bite of 87 occurred then. I believe it occurred in the first game shortly before you get there, because of the fact that Foxy is out of order. If Foxy had so many problems in the second game and it was the prequel, why would they have brought him back to the second game or the sequel? It doesn't make any sense.
Did you ever see Foxy the Pirate? Oh wait, Foxy. Oh yeah, Foxy. Hey listen, that one was always a bit...
If they already knew he had way too many problems and he caused the bites at 87 in the second game, like everybody has theorized before, why would they bring him back in the first game? It doesn't make sense. Here's the thing, I don't think that Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is a prequel. One of the main reasons why is if you look at the newspaper you get on the 5th night when you beat the game, it says that the animatronics are being scrapped due to possible malfunction after only being open a few short weeks. The person who's leading Fazbear Entertainment says they may regroup at a later point even if it's in a much smaller budget. Now, that makes you think for a bit that the first game is the sequel, because you have the doors, you run out of power, the building has a generator, and it's a lot smaller of a building. But here's the thing, how would they have been able to repair the animatronics in the first game if it was the sequel? The first game being the sequel to the second game. Bonnie has no face, and how are they going to repair that? They have no cash. First of all, they have to buy a new building after they're already dead broke. It doesn't make any sense for them to be able to repair all of the old animatronics when they're broke. Another thing is the fact that if that is scrap the new animatronics, why didn't they have to scrap the old ones too? There was investigators in the pizzeria on Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and somebody or something got in the Golden Freddy suit and started walking around and scaring the investigators.
Hello. Hey there, Night 4. I told you to get the hang of it. Okay, so just to update you, there's been somewhat of an investigation going on. We may end up having to close for a few days. I don't know.
Causing them to make it close. Close down the building, close down the business, disassemble all the new animatronics. In a way, that would make more sense. Now, how would they be allowed to keep the old animatronics when they're stored in the building when they're told to disassemble all of the animatronics? They would not have been allowed to keep the old ones, which everybody knew had problems, and disassemble the new ones, which didn't have very many problems to begin with. I don't think that the new animatronics were originally evil. I believe that when they put parts from the old animatronics into the new ones, it caused them to have some little bugs where they're staring at adults because they don't know what to do.
By now, I'm sure you've noticed the older models sitting in the back room. Those are from the previous location, and we just use them for parts now. The idea at first was to repair them. They even started retrofitting them with some of the newer technology, but they were just so ugly, and the smell. I loved those old characters.
Why would you use parts from a machine that you already knew had problems? In the new one, that has absolutely no problem. Just buy the parts. You have the money back then. Another thing is, how are they going to be allowed to keep the animatronics when they're forced to assemble the new ones that hardly had any problems? If they hardly had any problems, and the old ones had lots and lots of problems that everybody knew about, why would they be allowed to keep it? Another thing that doesn't make sense in the game is the fact that the phone guy was telling you that Foxy was his favorite animatronic.
Did Foxy ever appear in the hallway? Probably not. I was just curious. Like I said, he was always my favorite.
But when he goes to tell you the place that it came from, or the name of the building that it was previously in, it doesn't make any sense that he can't remember it. Because he can't remember it, it leads us to believe that it is the sequel because of the fact that if Foxy was his favorite character, he would probably remember the place that it was in. He wouldn't forget the name if it's one of his favorite places for his favorite animatronic. It wouldn't make sense.
We're going to try to contact the original restaurant owner. I think the name of the place was Fredbear's Family Diner or something like that. It was closed for years, though. I doubt we'll be able to track anybody down.
I'm guessing that this is something you just threw out there to confuse everybody, just to make it seem like, okay, this is the prequel. The reason why I think it's a sequel is the fact that the newspaper is wrong. The Golden Freddys 2 could not have caused the bite of 87 because it would have required a human to have enough power to bite through someone's skull. They wouldn't have been able to repair the old animatronics after they'd been forced to close, and they wouldn't have been able to keep the old animatronics. Why would they be allowed to fix them and keep them if they're in the same building during an investigation where everything had to be scrapped? It makes no sense. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Just to let you know, I'm going to have some audio clips and visual aids during this video just to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, letting you guys know that I'm not just talking out of my butt. That way you guys know that what I'm saying is actually supported by things that are said in the game. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, please feel free to check out our channel. One up a girl, make sure to subscribe if you're going to be active, and share my videos with people you think would enjoy. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.